Hi guys, it's Ben here from T-Rex Space Station. How's everyone doing? This is Premier Manager 97 on the Sega Mega Drive. I can't really explain why, but I really had a hankering for a Sega Mega Drive football management game. Well, actually just a management game in general, but I thought, you know what, a retro one would be the funnest. Now, on expert advice, I've been told to probably start with Wigan, because Wigan were maybe one of the better sides in the 3rd division. Yes, for some reason you have to start this game as a 3rd division team and slowly work your way up, which is, well, that's all part of the fun, isn't it? There's no point beginning as Manchester United, although they have some absolutely corking players in the season of 97. But anyway, enough of that. So yes, the jazzy music immediately finishes and you're left with quite a barren and quiet screen. And obviously, if you want to be a successful Premier League club one day, you're going to need to start off with some sponsorships. So I've got £500,000 in the bank, and here we are on the North Stand. Let's have a Gunton's Flans. I thought I said Gunton's Flaps for a moment. Let's have a look at which one's the most expensive. The cross-brand rodent-powered hair whisk. That sounds a bit ridiculous. Turns out Gunton's Flans is the most lucrative, so we'll go for that. Go on, we'll have Acme brand portable hole. That sounds a bit wrong. Okay, let's set up the East Stand. Oh, Sega Saturn ad. We've got to have that. Cross-brand quality newts. Oh, fair enough. Sheep pops. Ugh. Spray on hair. Yes, I could do with some of that, so fair enough. And a cheese drink. These all sound absolutely revolting. Actua Sports. Does anyone remember Actua Soccer? I remember playing a lot of that back in the day. Here we go, Bonko Alarms. Those are very lucrative. Gremlin Interactive, who made this game, of course. Yes, I used to have Actua Soccer back on my first Pentium PC. It was a bloody awful game, if I remember rightly. Now, where's the yes, BJ Leather. I'm sure they were having a laugh when they invented the names for some of these. 80s hairstyling, and I'm sure there was a piano one. Oh, I can't find it. Some great Sega Saturn classics here, Virtua Fighter and stuff. Maybe they were just trying to preempt the way for the next console. Right, that's enough adverts. Let's go back. So I've been told that you shouldn't really try and do too many transfers too early because you'll end up going bust. So let's have a look at our squad. So we have goal, defense, midfield, attack, striker, and reserved. And you basically have multiple stats, but really the goalkeeper is handling, defense is tackling, midfield is passing, attacking is shooting, and that's that. And then you get a rating at the bottom. It's a bit confusing because you don't get a raw number, you just get a fair and then a few stars. So my goal seems to be quite good. Defensively we're not brilliant, and attacking we're not brilliant. Now, yes, Harry Yak told me that you shouldn't do too many transfers to begin with, but maybe we'll go and have a look at that to show you how it is. Whoops, wrong menu. So maybe we should go looking for a nice attacker, a nice defensive player. Sorry, a tackler. So here we go. Here's the guys who are primarily defenders. Let's have a look at Hobson for Brighton then. So his tackling is very good with 4 stars. Now you have to enter this random bidding system, which is a bit unusual. You can see the player's worth there, and then you kind of put in a bid, and you have 4 rounds. It's a little bit like a Mega Drive version of eBay. So where are we? We're at the bottom there, Division 3. Wigan Athletic, and we've been outpipped. Walsall have gone crazy over the asking price. I'm not going to stand for that, so I'm going to have to try and outbid Walsall. It's a bit ridiculous though, because every time you play you basically get into a bidding war. And it's a bit frustrating, so we've got 2 more rounds left, so let's go for 2,500. Then at the last one, you always seem to end up going vastly over the asking price. Oh, we're at the top now. And the question is whether Chesterfield are going to try and pip me even more, which they probably are. So you end up always seem to go over the asking price for the transfers. There we go, we've got him. So that was Hobson. Right, let's go put... Oh, we probably shouldn't do too many more transfers, but you need to shore up the defence before you begin. So, yeah, let's put Hobson in. He's got 65 tackling, which is absolutely brilliant. Green all there has got 30. He's dire. Now you can see my defensive rating has now gone up to good. Right, so let's have a look at the tactics. Playing 4-3-3 at the moment because I've not got enough money for any decent midfielders. Actually, Kilford isn't too bad, is he? We're playing long ball with soft tackling, with low passing, man-to-man marking and short range. Well, that doesn't seem too bad. Let's see how we get on. So before we go on, we should have a look at the employees menu. So here are staff that you can hire for your team. So we get a head coach there and a few. So we've got a handling coach, a tackling coach, a passing and a shooting coach. Fair enough. Get some physios, scouts, and youth teams. And no injuries. Now you can set the type of training that you want your team to receive. So yeah, I mean most of your defenders are going to want tackling, unless you want to improve their fitness and things. But the fitness isn't too bad at the moment. Oh, those want to be shooting. So it's there's a relative level of detail there, which isn't too bad. I'm getting bored of that, so I'm going to leave that now. Let's show you some of the action once we start playing. Ben, Division 3, Wigan Athletic versus Hereford United. Your team selected 11 players. Okay. And this is just the other results at the time. Who were playing there? Blackburn Rovers versus Everton at Ewood Park. Fair enough. Right, so the match, you don't get to see any actual play, which is a little bit unusual, I agree. My team are on the left, top left. And as you can see, it's kind of broken down into these sort of digital scoreboards where the action happens, and you can increase or slow down the play. We're having a few shots on Hereford's goal, and we've knocked one in, which is pretty good. Now it's coming back towards our side, and they're taking a shot. Come on, keep it. Oh, for God's sake, this is Division 3 quality. That's 1-1 already, and we've only been playing for how many minutes? 4 and a bit minutes. Oh, no, it's coming back again. Oh, good stop. Right, so let's put the speed up a little bit and get things moving. Come on, we're going to have another shot here. This is up to very fast. Oh, keeper saves it. So it's not a terrible representation, but it's very difficult to know how individual players are doing, sort of, because you just sort of, you see generic stats and you see what's going on, but you can't actually watch the play and think, oh, the guy on the left flank there is weak. It's more of a sort of general, oh, we got another one. That's good. It's 2-1 to Wigan. Sort of a general idea of how your players are doing, and you get a bit of a match report afterwards. It's, okay, yeah, so I was told that Wigan are a good side to play as, so I think you need to pick your teams well. And if you do really well, you get to change teams later. You may get signed by various other clubs. But obviously that's going to take rather a period of time before I get near that. It's difficult to say how entertaining this game is. I think that you have to be a particular type of person to enjoy this. Oh god, they've equalised. Because it's very basic graphically. I suppose the nuances are in the stats and in improving your youth team and getting things going, and I should have shown you the youth team screen actually. So you can ask for certain types of players to come through the youth team, and of course that will save you money. Now I don't really think that there was anything that needed changing there. We did quite well. Let's have a look at the fitness. So the fitness percentage for some of those players is a bit low, so maybe we could make a sub. What have we got? We've got an attacker here with a shooting of 46. Yes, one of my strikers there has a shooting stat of 12, which is utterly dire, isn't it? So let's sub him in and see how that goes. It's weird how some of your default players just have shoddy stats. We'll carry on. We're not doing too badly. He says that. I'm going to end up conceding loads now, aren't I? But yeah, I think it's lacking a lot that the modern games have, but it's still pretty impressive they managed to squeeze quite a detailed manager onto a Mega Drive cartridge. And I suppose, yeah, as I said, oh god, there's a red card made. Who was that for? Oh, so Hereford have had a player sent off, so we really should be able to take advantage of that now. See if I can change my tactics. We want to maybe make the tackling a bit more normal. Maybe change the shooting to medium. And can we be a pressure? There we go. So we should be able to take advantage of the man down there. He says, immediately receiving a shot on goal. I'm not sure how much you should mess with things. I often feel like, you know, a lot of football is waiting it out and seeing what happens, and the temptation with these management games is that you should continually make... Oh god, they're coming against us a lot now. Surely with a man down we should be having a shot. Here we are. Not a great shot. That's probably one of my crap strikers. Come on, guys. How bent are you? We must have another shot on goal. Ah, well, it was a fairly even game, that, wasn't it? I don't think we did too badly. A draw for your first match isn't bad. Now let's have a look at the fax machine. We've just received a fax because this is how retro this is. Well, we had better possession. We had no yellow cards. We had 10 shots attempted. They got a lot more shots, actually. We need to have a look at that. But not. We had a good number of good passes and a good number of... how about the tackles? Yeah, so we didn't do too badly. Let me show you a little bit more of the things we can do. We can ask for a scout. No, we don't want the scout. We want the youth team. So we can ask for a tackler, maybe, to improve our defence. There's no players available yet. And that's Premier Manager 97. Not a bad game if you're that way inclined. It's kind of a bit of fun to play with your friends, maybe, and I had a bit of a laugh with it the other day. I may end up playing a bit more of this. I'm not convinced that it's a great game, but nevertheless, it can pass away a bit of time. Certainly lacking a bit on the modern management games, though. Alright, guys, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.